Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of X4, and today we're going to talk about making some money and getting ourselves a fleet, or at least a wingman. Now first things first, how do we get money without doing too much or risking ourselves? The answer to that is crystal mining. It's by far the easiest way of getting money early on. And the reason why we want money early on rather than doing the mission is because you're going to come under fire. The last thing you want is to lose the ownership you've got. Not only that, at this stage, even with the teleport escape mod, you're going to die and it's going to be game over and you're going to have to reload and start all over again. You could end up being in an endless loop. Now, how and where are crystals? Well, as you can see, I'm currently in a asteroid field. You can see here we've got asteroids breaking down. We're in the macro scale right now, so we can see asteroids individually on the thing because we're also picking them up with the scanners as well. You can also see there's loads of bits of stuff like lodestones and spacefly and unstable crystals, and you can pick these up and you can sell them if you want. They'll not bring you too much money and some of them will be illegal. So the red and the purple are asteroid field. Red is the actual asteroid field, but because there's gas, which is the nebulae, it's purple. So you got the gas and solid. Obviously, certain resources which are solids, which will be found on the asteroids. But for us, that's not what we're interested in right now. That we'll deal with when we come to mining. Right now, we're interested in making a quick buck, and we found ourselves in an asteroid field. Now, miners will break asteroids up, so be wary of that, because if you're dealing with one looking for crystals and you find one and they blow up the asteroid, you'll probably lose the crystal. So how do we see crystals? Well, if you noticed earlier on, just when I started this recording, this asteroid here had a twinkle to it. No, not a twinkle in its eye. It had a twinkle on the surface of the asteroid. Now if I direct myself slowly, because this ship doesn't have very much in the way of maneuvering thrusters, in fact, let's just boost ourselves just out of the nebulae slightly, or nebula, whichever way you want to say it. Should hopefully see. It's going to twinkle for us. It may be that it's in direct sunlight. So there you go. There's a twinkle there. You can see it there. That marks the location of a crystal. We want the crystals. We'll head on in. As a matter of fact, that may be on the smaller asteroid. It is on the smaller asteroid. Here we go. So with your primary weapons activated, you want to be slowing down so you don't crash into it. You want to just gather that, and you want to be pressing the O button. Oh, this is a time where your middle mouse button doesn't always work. Go. Plenty of crystals off that. And you see that little red gas that you got there, or cloud, or whatever way you want to put it? That means that the crystal's completely gone. Looks like there may be another crystal on here. Let's have a quick gander. This may be resources though, rather than crystals. That looks like resources. That's resources. So this here, we click on it. It's an empty asteroid according to that. Oh, it's just reflecting off the sun. That's fine. Now, I'm pretty sure this also had twinkle on it, so I have a feeling there may be a crystal on here as well, so we'll just have a quick look. What I tend to do is, as I'm looking at an asteroid for the specifics, I'll keep an eye out on the asteroids in the background, because further away they're actually easier to spot. As you get a bit closer, they're a little harder to see, and obviously depending on what side the crystal is on the face will depend on whether or not it actually gets picked up by your ship. Looks like this may not have. It may have been the small one next to it. There's one there though. See how we look at the background and we saw one twinkle. It can easily be missed. Whoop. They get disorientated because it was hidden. There we go. Now what I tend to do is I actually do use the middle mouse button and hold the O at the same time. So as they come out, they go around me, but they'll come in. Agulite crystals. Come on. Collect. There we go. Make sure we got them all there. So we've got them all. Did we take all of the crystal off this? Let's just double check. I think that's all of it, but let's just be sure. Yeah, there's nothing coming off that. When it's doing this, it means that it's pretty much gone, and if you continue doing it, you'll actually break the asteroid itself. Like so. And it breaks up into smaller pieces. But they're all empty asteroid pieces, so no problems there. And we'll just continue scouting it, looking for any sparkles on any of the asteroids. Well, let's have a look and see what we've got. If we head on into our player information, our inventory, you'll see we've got 7 unstable crystals. You'll also see it's an orange colour. The orange colour means it is illegal in some sectors. If you're scanned by a police, there is a likely chance they'll ask you to drop the cargo. If not, they'll blow you up. However, unstable crystals are also used in crafting. Again, that's something we'll talk about at a later stage, but right now we're either stuck with jettisoning it or using it into something. But we'll leave it for now, and hopefully we won't get scanned too quickly. The other things we got is the Agulite, the Abandonite, and the Meneline crystals. You see we've got various amounts here. It tells you what the base price of it is. It tells you how much the total price is. So we've got about just shy of 400,000. We start with 10,000. So we're 400 times the amount that we already started with. And how long did that take there? Now, granted, the Melanite crystals I already had in my inventory just to double check and make sure that the asteroid actually had any. I spotted them, mined them, why not? But you can just see there, how long were we doing it? What, 5-10 minutes? Not even 10 minutes. You know, you can gather yourself a lot of resources at a very quick pace. Now, they're actually relatively cheap in terms of value. Oh, I'll launch that there. So the purple crystals, which is the Bandonite, they're the most common ones. They're the most common. That's why they're so cheap. Then it's the next one, which is the Melanite crystals. And then after that is the yellow one, the Agulite. Then after that you got the very rare and the super rare, which is the orange and the white ones. The white ones would give you the value of basically almost every crystal we've got there. One of them crystals would give you the value. It's roughly around 250,000 credits. If you find yourself a white one, you've got yourself an early payday. It really is just a case of just keeping an eye out on all of them, and then reorientating yourself within the asteroid field. Find. There's one. I think that's another one as well, just above us. So let's go to this one first. There you go. See how it was in the wrong direction? Now it does roughly give you the colour from a distance, but it's very hard to see until you're quite close to it. Right, let's go ahead and start collecting our crystals. Let's slow ourselves down. So again, it's the blue crystal, which is the not so rare one. But I mean, enough common crystals makes up for rare crystals. You know what I mean? So now, can we remember where the other one was? I believe it may have been this one here. Let's just go and check this one out. You can physically check each asteroid if you wish, but rather than waiting for it to, you know, flicker into some existence, don't crash into it. Crashing into it does cause damage. Back up a little bit. Just see if we can find crystal on the asteroid. This is obviously the long way of doing it, where you go around checking every single asteroid. Sometimes, because they rotate in weird ways, you can miss them. So I'll always keep an eye out in the background. You want to try and keep it where you're close by. So, well, the closer you are, the less it will twinkle. Definitely nothing on that. One possibly there. There's one. Zero source. There it is. It's a purple. Again, another common. Make sure you're not too far away, otherwise your little Hoover won't pick him up. We're getting plenty of purples off this one. There we go, it's all done. Collect all of them purples. So, very common ones, obviously, but say a build up a very common will give us enough. Buy us a nice ship. Keep yourself reorientating around the asteroids just so that any that aren't actually rotating that quickly you will pick up on. Because you've got to physically see the crystal, even from distance. The flickering is their basically way of saying that it's reflecting light. Now obviously the sun's on the opposite side of the asteroid, so how it reflects light on this side is, you know, anyone's guess, but that's how they're saying it does. Keep an eye out. Any size asteroid can have them. I've found them on the small ones, the large ones, everything. We'll try and find a rare crystal if we can. Not seeing much in the way of... There we go, there's a flicker. Right there.
Asteroid.
Left mouse button clicks onto it if you're concerned about losing track of it. Let's have a look what colour we have this time. Blue, the common one. Close enough there. Oh, we got an unstable. Was that an unstable crystal I picked up as well? There we go. Yep, unstable crystal. There's another flicker. You just see just how quickly, once you got things going, you know, if you certainly find a dense asteroid field, you can find a lot of crystals very quickly. Whoop. I lost track there. This one.
Asteroid.
There's the blue crystal. Okay, here we go. Reorientate ourselves around because the test is moving quite quickly around. It's moving. Right. Oh, that was all of it anyway. Alright, let's collect all them. That's where we came from. Was that a flicker there right in front of me? Yeah, it was. Perfect. Purple. Don't be disheartened by just receiving common and uncommon stuff. At this stage, any money for us is good money. Now, in theory, this is a good time for use of using like the flight assist off, because what you can do is you can have it match the rotation of the asteroid, but it's a fiddlier job and it's just not worth it. See if we can find one more asteroid with crystals on. I just can't look at every single asteroid, unfortunately, at the same time. Can't see any there. Again, it's also down to luck. Look that you've got the crystals on the facing side. Seeing too much now around here. Rotate ourselves around, see if we can find anything on this side. See if we can. There's a flash right in front of us.
Asteroid.
Boost ourselves over. Oh, a little too fast. There we go. Bring ourselves in closer. You see how this is a slow moving asteroid? We only just got the chance of seeing that. Well, it makes it a little easier to collect the crystals, so. There we go. Plenty of crystals for. Next, we can't see any in the near vicinity. See somebody shooting something in the distance. Not seeing anything else. No, not seeing anything else though. So let's recap quickly. So you've just seen how long it takes, and you can see there roughly, I mean, counting out 59, so 60,000 credits. So you look at about 800,000 credits just from gathering some crystals. That's hopefully going to give us enough to get a decent ship where we can actually start doing things. Now, that's where you can choose whether you want to do something like mining, combat, and stuff like that. Now, combat isn't going to get you the money you want at this stage, and you're likely to lose your ship and cause bad reputation and various other things and stuff like that. Now, if you've got illegal cargo and you really don't want to faff with it, you can drop all illegal items like so, and it will literally jettison it out of the ship. There it is, lockbox. Now becomes a lockbox. You can open up and gather your stuff.
Lockbox.
You can open it up for it. There you go. Woo, off it goes, and you can collect everything back up if you want. For now, to make it easy for us, we're going to just go ahead and we're going to drop that cargo there. Drop all illegal items. Go. So it should launch another lockbox. It does. That lockbox will be on your map. Our lockbox. Your ships will drop illegal cargo. I think it's set as global. We'll double check that when we come to doing stuff like that. But right now, that is going to be us for this episode. It's only going to be a short one because, well actually, it's kind of dug into how long it can take you to kind of get that kind of money, really, which is 15 minutes. 15 minutes and you're loaded. That's how I look at it. But that's going to be us for this episode. Next episode, we're going to use them credits to get ourselves a ship. We're going to have a wingman and maybe even 2 wingmen with the money we've just got there. But let's get some decent quality ships so we can actually do something. Now, we may look into doing a mining ship, and I think that's going to be the best option. And then we can look at doing actual mining using resource drones and stuff like that. And I'll also show you how to set it up with a captain. And then you can choose whether you want the captain to do it or whether you want to do it as well. So until next time, everybody, take care for now. I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.